Hey, it's Kenetra.
Adebusola.
And we are BGMT. Alright, so we're going to switch it up a little bit this week. We're doing pop culture, aka we're going to go through the shade room and laugh at some people. Okay? You down?
Very down.
Let's do it. So, R. Kelly is in jail and 21 is free. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Like, friend.
Okay.
First of all, how old were we when the R. Kelly trial started? We were like six or seven. Like, we were very young.
Yeah.
And the fact that it took this long, we're grown-ass women now. This should have happened 20, 30 years ago. But we're still happy.
And I watched the documentary. Like, I know that there's going to be a lot of answers to my questions, but it's just like, it still doesn't make full sense to me and why this is happening right now.
Yeah, I don't have the whole save a black person. Like, I don't have that. Fuck him. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I feel the same way about Bill Cosby. I don't think... first of all, if you're the kind of person who violates children, women, etc., the humanity part is gone at that point because you erased it. Because you erased it. So, like, for me, you are no longer... I'm not going to see you as a black man or whatever, white man, whatever. You are a predator. Be gone. Like, it don't matter if you white, black, Asian, Hispanic. Bye. And my thing with that, like, so they had more evidence come up that they could make stick. They couldn't make the other stuff stick because the girl and the girl's family wouldn't cooperate. If you don't have somebody who's pressing the charge, there can't be a charge. Therefore, the acquittal. Right. Now, there's 4 different people with evidence, etc., Now they can do more. You know what I mean? They can
so
do
that
more.
answers my question.
Yeah.
Why not then and why now?
Also, fuck ICE. I'm sorry, like they put that man. Like I can't. My paper's good. Go ahead. My paper's is good, but like my thing is this, like, so ICE as a whole, like besides 21, like obviously like he like brought light to the situation, but like. ICE is a terrible organization. Like, they are the worst. Like, they're so bad. Like, and, like, the conditions of, like... You ever seen a deportation center?
Actually, I watched a movie on it a few weeks ago, and it's really sad.
Bro, like, they literally keep people in cages.
It's on Netflix. I forget what it's
like, called. ICE as a whole is just the worst. It's like, I feel like ICE is one of the most brutal organizations out here. They've only been around, like, maybe... 10 years, 20 years, really, like, out here. And, like, I saw this video. It was this dude coming home from work to his family. And, like, they literally just snatched him up, threw him in the back of the van, and took him. Like, no explanation. No, this is what's going on. No, this is who we are. And it's just, like, we can't have that kind of martial law in this country. It goes against, quote-unquote, everything that the U.S. stands for. Like, you shouldn't just be snatching people off the street, having no... context, having them give you an explanation of their immigration status if that is the problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you're just arresting people because you feel like it. Like,
I just don't understand what happened with him. Like, why did he even get arrested?
He was literally just driving and they pulled him over.
And then they found out
well, he was targeted.
Yeah, but so, like, does he not have papers?
So he does, but like so you know how long visas take. So he had an original visa when he came here that expired, but he was a kid. So, but if you're a kid, you have no control over your immigration status. But then when he was of age, he filed his paperwork. The paperwork takes a long time to file, but you're still active and you can't face deportation if you're in the process of getting your papers. And that's where he was. But they jumped the gun and that's why they had to let him out because they were like, he can't face deportation just yet because all of this paperwork has been done. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't have an organization like that in the U.S. and whatever. But that's another conversation. Back to the mess on the Shade Room. Okay.
Let's see. It's a lot of
Khloe Kardashian got cheated on with Kylie's friend.
Yeah, her best friend.
Okay, there's that. We don't care. Y'all know about the whole Jussie Smollett situation at this point. Too many twists in the story. lost interest. It doesn't make any sense. What else happened?
I don't know. There's a lot of.
This is a mess. Gee, half the stuff we really don't care about.
Yeah.
Well, Lil' Kim looks good.
Where? When?
Oh my god.
Where? I'm literally asking you where.
You're an ass.
Where is it? I'm trying to see. Okay. Everybody has their own opinion.
Oh, you ain't shit. She looks good. Let's see. What else has happened? This is a boring week, man.
Yeah, I don't really see anything that's
nothing,
worth talking about.
Nothing that we care about.
Yeah.
Well,
actually.
What? What happened?
New York.
In
New
the
York, you
natural
can't
hair.
discriminate against anybody that wears out the natural hair.
Yes.
In the business realm. So
things we care about.
yeah.
That's
good.
Those
news.
are things we care about.
That's very good news. That just happened recently.
That needs to be nationwide, not just New York.
Yeah.
Just saying. Glad for New York needs to be nationwide.
Facts.
What else happened?
Oh yeah, this was so sudden. T.I.'s sister, Precious.
That was so sad. That I guess she had an asthma attack while she was driving. Asthma is real.
While she was driving? Oh, did she get into an accident because of it, or?
No, so she hit a pothole, and the jump of the pothole is what caused the asthma attack.
Oh.
And she had really bad asthma. That was sad.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to her and prayers for their whole family. That's really sad.
That is.
Hold on. What else is happening? This is a boring. This is all this stuff happening is just stuff we don't care about. Like, girl, who cares about the Kardashians? Ain't nobody impressed. El Chapo, is getting a new trial because of juror misconduct. I'll read the story. The suspected jurors allegedly followed social media accounts of the case after being advised not to do so by a federal judge. Now, Chapo's defense lawyer, Eduardo Bellarazio, I butchered his last name, intends to ask the judge to conduct an evidentiary hearing to determine the extent of the misconduct. You fucked up. Whoever that was, hate to say it, but you're next, bro. It's true. Once again, R. Kelly in jail. This is good.
Sorry.
Oh, what? No.
What do you think about the whole Monique and Steve Harvey thing? What do you think?
Unpopular opinion. I can't fucking stand Steve Harvey.
Really?
Period.
I'm surprised.
Mr. Hightower can go. Sorry. He does this all the time where anytime it's a woman talking, and he's done this a few times, it's not just with Monique. Like, if a woman is talking, he feels the need to overtalk her or to not listen to what she's saying. That. He does it all the fucking time. And then he wrote that dumbass book, Think Like a Man or whatever the fuck. And then,
Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man.
Yeah, you know the book I'm talking about. I'm good on Steve Harvey as a whole. Like, he does too many things. Like, he literally told that woman to sacrifice her integrity for money. That's literally cooning. That's everything,
cooning.
That's everything. Fuck, I'm gonna show you a picture later. Because you know the joke, there's an elf on the shelf during Christmas? Then they're like, oh, we have a new one. And it was Steve Harvey standing on a spoon. So it's supposed to be like coon on a spoon. Yeah, Mr. Hightower can go. That's how I feel about him. I feel like he's very
I do
dismissive.
agree with some of his points, though. There's just some things you just have to... In her case, I can understand. You know? Because, but there are some things you need to be a little bit discreet about. But I feel like the only reason why she's getting the way she was getting is because she's been so discreet and because she hasn't tried to offend anybody. So,
right.
Because your point's only valid if his point's only valid if this was the first time, but this has been happening to her. This is a recurring thing for her. Right. So I definitely understand her outrage, but all in all, I still feel like there's a way to do things, especially as a public figure. I mean, for her, I guess she just had to go off, and you have to do that sometimes, but Just for me, I feel like I would still. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in her shoes. I can't say what I would do. I'm not.
I don't feel like she's gone off on anybody though. I feel like she's been very, very careful with the way she does speak to people and all of those things.
I disagree.
She could have came off as like a whole psycho and was cussing niggas. She didn't do all that.
She was okay. Have you listened to the Breakfast Club?
Oh well, that's different. Cause like that was a personal thing between her and what she call him, Leonard. What's his name? Charlamagne's real name. Did you see that part? That shit took me out. But like then I was like, all right, Mo, like you getting too preachy. But I feel like when she was actually like speaking to Steve, she was keeping it very very respectful, and he's getting louder and louder and speaking over. That's what I don't like. Yeah, what this woman was saying was, these people did wrong by me, and I'm not going to sit here and act like they didn't. That's what she said, the long and the short. Now, he took that as, okay, well, you should have shut up because they could have afforded you opportunities because then you could eat, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I'm doing fine. I don't need to sacrifice these things. And then he's like, well, you should have because you could have made more money and you got to feed all these people, blah, blah. She's like, but they're all fine. Like, we're doing fine. It's not like I'm hurting. I just want my integrity to be the most important thing, which I agree with. Yeah. Because certain things I'm not about to do for money. Like, I'm like, I'm good. Like, thanks for the opportunity, but I'm good. And I think that's what she was saying. But he took it as, well, you should just shut up because these are powerful people in the industry. Like,
I wait till she do her mouth like that.
Go shine your shoes somewhere else. Fuck out of here. I'm good on Mr. Hightower. You can keep him.
Okay, well.
Well, he's funny in the Kings of Comedy. But other than that, oh yeah, we good on DL Hughley too. He can go.
Oh, I saw that.
He says some ridiculous shit, bro.
What did he say? I didn't even.
What did he say?
I don't fully grasp everything. I just see.
So I saw a tweet like literally this morning, like 5:30 when I woke up for the first time, and he was like, it was about R. Kelly, and he was like, if R. Kelly wasn't a regular pedophile or something like that.
Oh, he said
if he was a Catholic priest or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck is a regular pedophile? Like, what is that? Like, a pedophile is a pedophile. Like, just because, like, R. Kelly should be in jail. Yes, and so should those priests. Why they're not is some other shit that I don't have control of, but if they got locked up, I'd be praising the Lord that they say they serve. Hello?
I feel like a lot of people don't want to admit pedophilia because they've done it before. Mm-hmm. In just some type of way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas is telling on yourself pretty much. Yeah, I don't know.
The long and the short.
Because, like, people want to scream that, you know, these 14, 15-year-olds are fast in their holes, but they're children.
They're children, and you're grown.
And you're an adult. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I just can't hear it.
There's no excuse. You are grown.
You're grown. You know what you're doing.
It don't matter how fast they develop, what they look. You are grown.
They're
and
children.
You make a decision
like,
to mess with kids, and that's you. That's a you thing. That ain't no. Oh well,
she's
this
fast
happened.
or
no,
whatever.
That's you. The only person to blame the situation is the adult, because you grown. Blank. And that's it.
That's just my opinion.
Period. That's not your opinion. That's a fact.
I don't know. Some people will disagree.
But why? That's not our, it's not our cross to bear. But, we're running out of time. So, as always, it's been real, and we've been BGMT. Peace out.